This is Dave Miller for our final news update of the day. Cardiff City manager Neil Warnock has admitted he's considered quitting following the disappearance of new signing Emiliano Sala. The Argentine's plane went off the radar when travelling over the British Channel and is yet to be found. Warnock's side travelled to the Emirates tonight as they play Arsenal, but he admitted his mental struggles over the past week.
It just opens everybody's eyes, whether you're involved with Cardiff or the families. I think it makes you realise what a fine line life is all about, really. And you look in your own family and around, and that's why you've got to enjoy every moment.
The aircraft involved in Emiliano Sala's disappearance is a Piper PA-46 Malibu, a single-engine plane thought not to be powerful enough to take on such a journey. Solent University's Martin Buckley is a private pilot himself and is puzzled by the tragedy.
Well, it's very hard to find a plane like that if it's in the sea. I think probably it's necessary to accept that it's gone. So speaking as a private pilot myself, I've flown small planes across open sea, and it's a very dangerous thing to do, because if the engine develops a fault, you're gone. So any transport of that kind should always be done with a twin-engine plane. But having said that, it's quite rare for something catastrophic to happen that makes a plane disappear immediately from the air. Normally you would at least have a chance to do some kind of Mayday SOS. So it is a mystery.
Continuing with football, the January transfer window is coming to a close and Premier League teams are looking to buy and sell. Matt Ponter has the latest.
Saints boss Ralph Hasenhüttl has confirmed that Charlie Austin will be able to leave if an offer comes in. The striker's future has been subject to speculation following recent stories that the Englishman was set to leave. His possible replacement seems to be Birmingham City's Che Adams, who Saints are reportedly eyeing up under competition from Burnley. It's also suggested that he would be happy to join either side after they both agreed to double his wages to £35,000 a week. The 22-year-old has lit up the Championship this season, scoring 14 goals in 30 games, keeping Blues comfortably in mid-table. Meanwhile, Chelsea manager Maurizio Sarri says he has been told by the club that want-away teenager sensation Callum Hudson-Odoi will not be sold this month or in the summer. Hudson-Odoi handed in a transfer request in order to force his move through to Bayern Munich. With 18 months left on his contract, it looked like the Blues man was willing to take the gamble on the talented winger, although Sarri admits it's impossible to play him every game.
I am really very happy with this because, as I said before, on the pitch, I am really very happy with him. He is improving, and I think that he will be the future of our club. He will be the future of the English football.
Andy Murray has had resurfacing surgery on his hip following the announcement's retirement. Murray ruled himself out of the Marseille Open, deciding to have further operations. The 31-year-old was defeated by Roberto Bautista Agut in the Australian Open first round and admitted it may have been his last ever match. World number 1 Justin Rose has claimed his first victory of the season. The Hampshire native held off Australian Adam Scott to claim his 10th PGA Tour title at the Farmers Insurance Open. Rose believes that the early season victory now allows him to focus on the majors.
It just affords me some patience now. I don't have to chase points. I can work on my game. I can really build my schedule around the majors and just hopefully roll from here.
Cricket now, and the groups for next year's 2020 World Cup have been announced. We sent Harry Pacey to find out more.
The 2020 Cricket World Cup will be held in Australia, with the tournament beginning in late October. Current holders of the trophy, the West Indies, will face a challenging group that includes number 1 ranked side Pakistan, alongside Australia and New Zealand. Meanwhile, England have been drawn against India, South Africa and Afghanistan. Those 8 teams will battle it out to reach the semi-final stage of the competition and will be joined by one of either Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, who will take part in a qualifier. The draw means that the ever-anticipated fixture of India and Pakistan will not take place. The tournament was last held in 2016, where England finished as runners-up. This time around, however, will be the first time that the nation's women's teams will compete in an identical competition in the same year and country. That side of the event will take place earlier in the year, but this time in February.
Elsewhere in cricket, and after their 381-run defeat to the West Indies, the future of opener Keaton Jennings looks uncertain. The Lancashire man scored just 31 runs across 2 innings in England's loss at the Kensington Oval. but former captain Michael Atherton believes that the team will remain unchanged.
The question is then, do you throw it forward to that, or do you just try and get through these 2 test matches? I suspect England won't make changes, that they'll say 4 test matches ago he got 100, let's show some faith, and they won't want to panic after 1 game. What does the future of Formula 1 hold? Race organisers are worried about the lack of free-to-air coverage for the motorsport and where it is heading. 5 circuit contracts are up for renewal at the end of the season, including British Grand Prix host Silverstone. A meeting will be held in London on Tuesday. And with the Rugby League World Cup, the Emirates Stadium will host its first non-football event in 2021. Arsenal's ground has been confirmed as one of the 21 host events for the League World Cup, with the 60,000-seater stadium hosting matches alongside the likes of Anfield and Ellen Road. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. Remember to follow us on all social medias and keep up to date with news at Solent.